Alright.
Snacking on the job.
Alright. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Unexpected podcast here. I'm your host, Yuli. Joining me here are my two co-hosts, Ray.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back.
And then we got Toasters over here.
Why are you laughing? What's good?
Just snacking on the job. Alright. So this episode is more thinking about maybe talking about some. Well, we don't got scary stories. We got like weird scenarios that like if you were to be in it, or if, how would it feel if you read it, or some shit like this. And so we got one. It's called the High Beams, and this is more like a universal story. Like it's different stories. Like it could be a girl, could be a guy, anything like that. It has something to do with the car as well. All right. So basically, a quick summary of this story is that there's this girl. She's just she comes home from like a basketball game. She's doing something, but she's by herself, right? And so she goes in her car, and she just starts driving home. And it's maybe she kind of lives like one of those like countryside, so like just not really like city, like
country.
Yeah. So it's nothing but fucking fields.
Fucking land.
Yeah,
there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, so
much.
there's really nothing. So you
you.
just go to like a fucking basketball game or something. You coming back. So anyway, she's driving back. She's by herself, and then while she's driving, there's. No, it's not. It's not. Come sing, Raven. It's not. It's my toothpaste. I have like this. No, really, Raven. What did I? With that pants on?
You had to relieve the stress before
Raven thinks I got nut on because I have
bro?
like this white stain on my fucking pants. It's toothpaste, by the way.
You know, you get toothpaste.
Because I was squatting while I was brushing my teeth. No. Okay. We stayed away. Alright, so basically this girl, she gets in her damn car. She's driving like nothing's going on, whatever. There's basically this other car that just turns and just starts driving behind her. Nothing serious. She's driving, and then out of nowhere she just sees like this fucking his high beams go on, right? And she's like, "What the fuck?" And she kind of notices, but it's whatever. And she's driving again for like another minute, and then it goes on. So it's pretty much going on and off for like at least a good 5 minutes, and it's following her. The car's following her, and now she's just fucking freaking out, like, you know. I would freak out too, but she's just freaking out, whatever. And then by this time, she's like calling her dad on the phone, saying, "Dad, you know, call the fucking cops. This guy's chasing me." And she parks in front of the driveway, and she just gets out. And then basically the cops come at the time, and then they arrest the guy who was doing the high beams. All right. So that was it. It's probably like a fucking creep, but in reality, I guess
some fucking dude driving down the street you couldn't see.
No. What happened was that they handcuffed this fucking guy, and you know how they questioned the person when they're in the car. And he says, "So what was your problem? What the fuck were you doing?" And he basically said, "Oh, every time I was high beaming, I was like basically saving her life." What happened was that every time he did the high beams on her, I guess there was this guy in the back seat, like with a knife or some bullshit. I don't know how the hell he was even seeing from that angle, but he high beamed every time the guy in the back seat.
So she could see him.
Yeah. So the guy.
It's
could,
like that
go
movie Urban Legend, right?
Yeah. So it's like everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like on all these fucking shit. So basically, the guy had a knife in his hand or something. So he's gonna like slit her throat or some shit, or like strangle her. Yeah. But every time he put the high beams, like this guy would like just went down in like the seats in the back seat, so he wouldn't get caught. And so they're like, "What the fuck?" And then they go check the car, and then the guy's just in there, just like laying down, like trying not to get caught and shit, because the whole police were there. And then, so that was pretty much the whole story. Is that I guess this guy was a good person, even though he seemed like a creep and shit. Okay.
Shit, dude.
Now, what happened?
Like, wouldn't you think like this dude wouldn't even get handcuffed? Like, realistically, if the cops came, like this one would be like freaking out, like check the back seat, check the back seat.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. But it's yeah, it's pretty much how he said it. It's just these stories, like how Raymond said, they're an urban legend, and then like these fucking scary.
That's the only flaw I see.
Yeah. So pretty much, I don't remember him. Like I just remember the girl freaking out, saying, "Dad, there's someone following me," because like she immediately went to the house.
If
I
called my dad and I told him some shit like that, it'd be like, "Shut the fuck
I don't know
up,
if
you
this guy had a
delusional
shock in it or
ass."
some shit. So, but the guy seemed very calm in the story when I read it. And he just pretty much said, he's like, "Oh, the only reason I did is because there's somebody in the backseat, like, literally checking."
See, that's too fake for somebody to be calm and shit.
Yeah. Well, it's like a story. So
That's true.
Fake.
Gets you thinking. The thing that's weird about the story is that it gets you thinking, but I don't know how. He said supposedly he saw this guy slipping in her car. Like, the fucking window was open. This guy just magically some guy just goes in the car and just stays there until somebody goes in. I mean, but that's the pretty
I
much
feel like that's
thing.
bullshit, dude. When I'm at like a fucking gas station, I'm looking all around. Dude.
Yeah, but that's the
I
thing.
fucking lock my cars too.
The people who like just read this, people who read this, they don't like really think like, oh, like, well, what happened? They just read it more just for the story,
Yeah.
like, until they don't like break this shit down. But it's kind of like what we're doing. But yeah.
All facts only.
No, but like, so this kind of gets you like thinking like, what would you guys do if you were in that situation? If you're the girl, you know. Well, like we're guys though, it'd be different. Not as in like different as in like we'll fuck them up or anything like that. Like that type of
Dude, if I
difference,
saw
like,
some
reaction
guy
was.
fucking flashing me with high beams and shit, I would roll down
like,
my window
like
and
red
fucking...
rage and shit.
Yeah, I
See,
would, like, flip
that's
them
what I
off.
was getting to too.
Yo, I since we live in the city, obviously we pull up to a fucking
Road
red
rage.
light. I'd be like, hey, what the fuck is your problem, you
Yeah.
fucking piece of shit?
See,
Wait,
that's
doesn't the story take place like in some?
oh yeah, like in,
it's not
like,
the city?
Yeah, just like a
It's
bunch
like-
of.
Still, dude, I would
fucking
fucking
shit.
slow down. I'd be like, what the fuck is your
Yeah.
problem, you dickhead? What do you
Well,
want?
it's like the middle of the night, so pretty much like midnight already.
Fuck it, dude, I
Maybe
don't
change a
care.
different setting and shit.
I don't care.
I don't know.
What about you, Toast?
If I saw that, I'd be like, what the fuck, this was crazy or some shit. So because he's acting crazy, I'm gonna start acting
You hungry?
crazy.
You hungry over there,
Yeah.
Toast?
What?
You hungry?
No. What? What's going on?
Yeah, like, keep on hearing some like
Yo.
you hear some like dog growl in the background or some like.
Is it a dog? It sounds like
Oh,
it's
my
your, it's your
dog
belly. It
sounds-
sounds
Oh,
like it's your
shit.
fucking
Yeah.
belly, dude.
Y'all can hear my dog snoring?
Yeah.
You waking us up.
Try to ignore that shit in the first.
Bro, just ignore it. Literally what happened. He's knocked out, bro. But yeah, since that guy is acting crazy, like I'm gonna start acting crazy. Maybe get a little paranoid, which means I'm gonna start checking my rear, and windows and shit. I'm gonna start looking everywhere, and that's when I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna find him quicker than this guy did in the story. And then after that, shit.
Shit, but what's gonna
You can't
happen? This
jump
person
out the
has a
car.
knife, dude.
I don't
Fuck it,
know.
dude. I jump out, dude.
Bro, you elbow him in the face or something.
See, that's the thing. I don't
Yeah,
get.
I'll hit
You
the
see,
brakes,
did you
dude.
see, did you just hear how Toast said it? I can't jump out of the car because you're pretty much just gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, it's true.
Right, but it says in the story that every time he put the high beams on is because he would see the guy in the back seat getting up and basically getting ready to like stab
Yeah.
this girl in the back. Like he'll do it slowly because it's like
Shit, dude. Like, what if you caught the guy in your back seat, though?
Wait, isn't that dumb of him as a
Yeah,
serial killer?
That's what I'm.
Like,
That
you
is.
kill somebody
See,
while they're driving.
we'll hold
What
your
if-
thought.
what if he crash or something?
That's what I'm saying. Because Toast just said I won't jump off, but when he's gonna stab somebody, you see in the movies, the freaking
Yeah.
swerve and the fucking. flip the
Yo,
car.
deadass, dude. If you caught this guy in your back seat, what would you do?
I see.
That's the real question. What
If you caught him or if you
somebody in
knew
your back
afterwards.
seat? No, like if you caught somebody in your fucking back seat, just
I
sitting
don't
there,
know,
dude, like hiding,
Ah,
That's why.
like just some random person.
yeah, man.
Boy, I think that's scarier.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I'd be like freaked out every time I go in my car after that.
Fuck.
I
What would
don't-
you do in the moment, though?
I don't know about fuck that because I can't really fuck him up. Like if
You
I'm in the
just
front
jump
seat, it's
out?
not like I have like fucking reflex to like kick him or anything.
Would you
Yeah.
brake check him?
Ooh.
That fool probably doesn't have a seatbelt on, right? So you'd be like,
Probably not. Probably not if he's hiding in the back seat and shit.
Yeah, I'll do something like that probably, but I'll definitely get out and like
Bro,
I'll keep that fool
I will
there.
crash on purpose, dude. If I saw some, it depends on the situation. Like if I saw some fool with a knife in my back seat,
Oh yeah,
I'll
that's
fucking crash on
different.
purpose, dude. I don't give a shit. But if it was just some guy in my back seat, I'll fucking brake hard as shit, and then see where it goes after that. I'll probably
Should've fucked him
fucking
up.
beat his ass if he was just in my back seat for no reason.
Yeah,
I think that's like illegal, right? That's your property.
Yeah, yeah.
so like murder? No, not murder somebody, but like yeah, pretty much fuck him up.
You could fucking, they're in your car. You could kick them out, and then if they try to fight you back, you could beat their ass.
Yeah.
I mean, you're defending your property.
But you know what? This story was like, I read the story and it was fucking crazy because while I was driving one time and I was on the freeway and then I'm just like I'm listening to music so whatever and I swear to God like I feel something in the back of my seat.
Something tickle your butt cheeks.
No, it wasn't like that. But yo, you guys ever get that feeling like you know how they?
Oh yeah.
No.
You know, I feel your
That
spine?
shit ain't
or
never
what?
happened to me, dog.
Dude, what if you hear that? Oh yeah.
Wait, what feeling?
Just somebody tickle you in
Like,
the
this
back,
guy's
bro?
basically saying, like, the feeling of, like, getting tickled and shit.
Yeah, like somebody's just in your backseat that you don't know, and they just fucking tickle you.
The feeling I'm getting to is, like...
wait till we get home.
No, that's not the feeling I got. The feeling I got was different. Is that, like, when... You guys ever feel something, like... Toast, you pretty much felt it before, too. I think you told me something like this. But you're just, like... You casually feel somebody, like, staring at you in the back. Like, someone's just looking at you. And you're
Dude,
just
I
like,
felt that in here.
Yeah, and it's fucking crazy. And realistically, it's
Not
like...
really in the car, but yeah. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, but like overall, like when you're in your room by yourself or something like that, you know realistically that there's nobody behind you, but you still get that weird ass, creepy ass feeling and shit in the back of your head, like, yo, what if there's somebody here? So, and I felt that before, but when I was in my car, I was just driving, and I swear, like, I felt like somebody was like pushing the back of like my seat, my car seat, and just like pushing it, but it was more like a little like. They were trying to get my attention type like shit, and I was just like, what the fuck? And I'm listening to music, it's kind of like a little bit high blast, and like I feel it, but I'm like, it's whatever, like, you know. And I literally felt it again like a couple seconds later, and in my head I'm like, fuck no, because I didn't check my backseat or anything. It was throughout the day though, but
Yeah.
I didn't check my backseat or anything, so I was like, shit. And I don't know, I'm imagining some like little fucking midget in the back of my seat, or
Why?
some person.
Why
I don't know.
a
I don't know. It's some sort of like weird person in the back of my seat, just like basically like thumping me, and I'm thinking like, fuck, I'm going like 80 miles an hour on the freeway and shit. If I check my backseat, if there's somebody there, like, oh fuck. And like I felt it again, and I'm like, and I immediately, once I felt that, I turned around and nobody was there, and I'm like, fuck.
Eyes always on the road.
Yeah, and I went, bam. I checked, like, I was checking my blind side. I went, bam, and I checked it, and then nobody was there. And after that, like, I didn't feel that shit again, dude. And that's the shit that fucked me up. It was because I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it again anymore after I checked it, and I was like, oh fuck. But I don't know, none of that shit ever happened to you guys.
Nah,
I'm not saying that shit was like paranormal type. Like,
I don't know how you got that. I never get that feeling when I'm driving.
dude, I never got it before. I literally never got that before.
Just because the car is like such an enclosed space, I don't get that feeling.
But it felt so individual.
I've had that in here though, like, because my bed is against the wall, and usually I face sleeping the wall. I don't know why. I just feel more comfortable that way. And then like there's times where I feel like somebody's just standing over me, and I'll be like, what the fuck? And I just turn around. And obviously, there's nobody fucking there. But yeah, like I'll get that feeling sometimes too, and like I don't know what to do.
Wait, so
Like,
you
just
can't
turn
sleep
around.
facing the wall?
Huh?
Can you like sleep facing the wall?
That's what I usually do.
Oh, okay. Oh,
No,
fuck,
but
I
like
can't do
every
that
once in
shit.
a while, like I'll get that feeling. Like,
Yeah, like if somebody's behind you.
yeah, like if
I
somebody's
hate
standing right
that.
here on the edge of the bed, just like
Yeah,
standing over
just
you.
like, but that's what I'm saying. Realistically, nobody's there. But,
Yeah, obviously,
but,
fucking.
yeah,
I
but-
fucking lock my door.
But
when
the
I go
fact
to
that
bed.
shit gets to our heads and shit, that's just fucking crazy.
See, I don't really get in the car because sometimes when I'm really feeling like paranoid or some shit, like
You don't even
as soon
get
as
in
I
the
hop
car.
in the car, like I check the back. I'm like, all right, you motherfuckers want to try me too? You know what I mean? So like, I already know like nobody's there from the start.
Yeah.
But I can kind of relate to Raymond. Like sometimes when I sleep with the door open, like my room door open, like, and I'm facing the wall. Like I'm like, all right, like I'm so like to get
All right, well, toast is on how it is a phone call, but yeah, I get that too. Like I don't know, it's just something about it. Like I can even like my feet, I have to have that shit covered, man. Even if I'm wearing socks or anything like that, I have to have it covered. You know, it's weird. It's the same feeling. Like even if somebody were to grab you and shit, it'd still be the same. Like they'll grab you over the fucking cover. It's not like that shit's shielding you.
That's
but,
true.
Like, I mean, yeah, I just can't.
I mean, still, like sheets are a good diversion as well.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking one time, I fell asleep. I don't think it was too late. It was probably like fucking 2 a.m, dude. Some crazy shit happens when I sleep too. Like one time Huh?
You hear shit?
No, not that I hear shit. Sometimes you hear my door like open and close.
Yeah,
that shit's weird. But one time I fell asleep, and you see that guitar that I have right there?
Yeah.
It's on a stand, right?
Imagine a guitar, guys.
Yeah, it's a guitar, and it's on a stand, and it's usually like, it's pretty close to my bed, right? But it's on a stand, and it's latched with like a piece of plastic. So like you have to remove the plastic to get the guitar out of the stand. I don't play the fucking guitar, by the way. I never learned.
Is it classic or electric?
Classic,
No, it's classic. Yeah. And one day I went to sleep, and then the next morning I woke up, and the fucking guitar was out of the It was like out of the the plastic was removed, and it was off of the stand, and it was leaning against my bed like perfectly.
What?
Yeah, and it wasn't me. Like, it honestly wasn't me.
Was it your brothers or?
I fucking sleep with my door locked.
Yeah, true.
Night,
that is true. Yeah, Raymond always has his fucking door closed, you know?
Yeah, I have my door closed and I fucking lock it. Nobody has a key to my room
what?
Either. Yeah, and I came out and I was like, did anybody move my guitar? And they're like, how the fuck are we gonna do that? We don't even have a key to your room. And I was like, I don't know. You guys didn't get into my room somehow?
So it's like latched like that, and it was just on your fucking bed, like.
No, like the guitar was outside of the stand. Like, it wasn't on there.
I know, but like it was just like this, like just it was like locked up, and then you just woke up and it was like.
Yeah, it was leaning right here against the bed.
What? Toes, did you hear this shit?
Yeah, it was just leaning against the bed.
Basically, okay. So visualize this: you're sleeping, right? Or this is what happened to Raymond. You're sleeping, and Raymond has this.
Yo, if anything, I'll put pictures up too on the video.
Yeah, we'll put pictures.
I'll put pictures of how it looked at the time and how it looked after.
But keep this in mind: Raymond is sleeping, right? The fucking guitar is just like on a regular stand. It's so it can be protected. A guitar's on a regular stand. You guys are sleeping. You wake up. Your door's closed, by the way. It's locked. Nobody can't like come in and like unlock it or like move your shit around, And so basically, you wake up and your guitar is just basically leaning on the floor, like by the side of your bed, out of the stand. That shit'll fuck me up if I woke up, man.
Yeah, dude. And then one time too, me and my dad came home from a fishing trip.
Shit.
Came home like it was a late night fishing trip. It was on a boat, and I think we came home probably like around 12. And we got home. I was taking a piss, and my dad was like, "Yeah, I don't want to tell you anything, but I saw someone sleeping in your bed right now."
What?
And he's like, "Yeah, I think I saw like a kid sleeping in your bed." And I was like, "Bro, you're delusional. You didn't see shit.
Oh, that shit.
You didn't see shit." And so that same night, I actually went into my bed. I locked my fucking door like I usually do, and I just went to sleep. I don't even know how. Like, after him telling me some shit like that.
Damn, man.
But yeah, that shit, I don't know, like, if he was trying to scare me or some shit, or...
I think he was, because...
Yeah, maybe, but even if he did, that shit is kind of trippy.
If that shit was real, wouldn't you be like, yo, Ray, get behind me. Let me take care of it.
No, I think, how are your parents? Your parents are, like, more like, I don't care, it's whatever, like...
Yeah, my dad says he's seen some shit.
But, like, they always...
Yo, that reminds me, not like, not that type of scary, but like
scary.
Oh shit type of scary.
Yeah.
So a long time ago, when my brother still lived here, he bought a new car, right? And it was like, I don't know, it was like a Honda Civic, it was like the Ricer days. I don't know. He was trying to. It was a fast Honda. I guess.
Fast.
And
hair quotations, bro.
And it was like a week after he bought the car, and one time randomly, like at 3 a.m., the car turns on, right?
Oh.
And since Hondas, right, type Ricer, so they're hella loud.
Yeah.
So we heard that shit immediately as soon as it turned on, and like we're looking through the window, right? Because we're both like tripping, like how the fuck did like somebody like break into it, or like was somebody stealing it?
Hotwire that bitch, dude.
Yeah, exactly. And we looked, like you could kind of see through the windshield, and nobody was sitting in it, right? It was just on by itself. And my brother, like, since he wasted so much money on a car, this dude goes out in his underwear, nothing but his underwear. He goes to the kitchen, grabs a knife, and since I live in a apartment complex, so the car is parked right in front of us, like literally right in front of us, and I see him. I'm like watching him through the window. He's looking like under the car. He's looking like behind, like nothing is there, bro. The car just turned on by itself. I forgot what it was or the reason. But it was, I guess, normal. The car was fucking...
It's not fucking normal, dude.
Yeah, no, it's not even those, like, push to start fucking buttons.
Yeah, it wasn't even that. It was something with the engine, some shit like that. But still, shit, bro, like...
He bought it used or what?
That shit was creepy.
Yeah.
I'm like...
I assume it was used, right? I assume? He bought it used?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Dude, one time something actually, like, really, really creepy did happen. Like, it was back in the Pokemon Go days when it first came out, And me and my girlfriend were playing it, so we'd go out and we'd walk around, and shit. And I think around it was 12 to 1 in the morning. We were at a college campus, right? And we're walking around. You'd see a few people here and there, but not really a shitload of people. And then I don't know, me and my girlfriend were walking. We were walking this way. We were just walking straight, and there's an alley right next to us, right? And some guy comes out. He's like, hey, you guys, there's some water over here. And he's like,
shit.
He's like, oh, come on, let's go. There's a water fountain over here. You guys thirsty? It was like some old guy with a fucking beard and shit.
Oh. Was he homeless?
In a coat? I don't know. I don't think so, because he had a phone as well.
Oh, okay.
He had a phone with him as well, but yeah, he's like, come on. I was like, no, we're not thirsty, you know what I mean? He's like, oh, come on, there's a fountain over here. And keep in mind, this is a dark alley that he's trying to lead us into.
Oh,
I was like, yeah, nah, get the fuck out of here, dude. You swear I'm gonna follow you over there.
Yeah, even especially with your girlfriends.
Yeah, dude, I was like, nah, fuck that. I was like, oh, nah, cool, even if I was thirsty as fuck, dude, there's no way I was going down that alley, bro. Fuck that shit.
You get whacked and shit down there. Fuck, yeah, I wouldn't do that shit either, man.
Fuck that, dude. I'd be like, creepy some shit like that is. Some old dude pops out, probably. He could have been homeless, shit, I don't know. They fucking asking you to come down in a dark alley with them. This is 12 in the morning, by the way.
Fuck.
Fucking dark alley with no lights and shit. Talking about, oh, there's the fountain over here, bitch. How'd you see the fountain? There's nothing but lights over there. You fucking swear. It wasn't an alley, by the way. It was just a corridor of some sort. It was just two buildings that they were close together, and there was no lights in there. But dude, fuck that shit. That shit was creepy as fuck. Fucking drop kick that fool, dude. I swear to God, if you got any closer.
Yo, you know what I always thought about? You know how Toe said that his brother had a knife?
Mm-hmm.
He took out a knife earlier. See, because I'd done that.
You said a kitchen knife,
Yeah, kitchen knife. Yeah. I'd done that before because I was with my sister and we heard some weird noises in the porch and we started hearing the blinds move or it sounded like somebody was in the porch basically stealing something or we didn't have anything valuable but it was moving around
fucking
and shit.
Birds and shit.
Yeah,
birds out there.
Yeah, we thought it was some homeless guy doing some shit, and so my sister was like, "Oh my God, what is that?" Yo, I got a crazy ass story after this, by the way. I was like, but what I'm trying to say is that I grabbed this fucking kitchen knife, this big ass knife, and I went out and then I checked to see what it was, and I think it was like a bird or something. I just moving around, just trying to pick up some food or something like that around, and then when Toe said that. When you have a knife in your hand, you just grab it to protect yourself. But when it comes down to are you really about it to stab somebody? You get me? You know what I'm
fucking
saying?
About it, dude. I've done that before too.
I'm down. I'll stab the shit out. But I'm not saying to murder you. But I feel once it comes down to that point, I'm shit.
Neck, bro,
I think it's more like a show, like a show.
Yeah, a show. Hey, I got a knife, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You better back up.
Yeah, I figured because I feel I mean, if I have to, I guess I have to. But it is more like a show. The most likely always.
Yeah, it is obviously, but if you have to, I fucking will do it, dude. You don't really have a choice at the end of the day. It's either you or the other person. You know what I mean? I'm not going down without a fight. You know what I mean? Fuck that shit. That reminds me too. I've had a situation like that. Me and my girlfriend usually we watch TV in my room, and. Depending on how hot the day is, I have AC in my room, so I'll close the door or leave the door open. But it was a cool day, so I left the door open. And this is during the time my parents work during the day, which is from 7 a.m. to 6
so
in the afternoon. They're gone the whole fucking day. And I hear the fucking living room door open. By the way, it's usually locked with the key. Yeah, and I hear the living room door open. So I grab my karambit, dude, and I open this shit up. Also, too, for my room, if I have the door open, and it's there's no light on in the hallway in my apartment, you could see the light from when the door's open. You know what I mean? You can see the light from the outside come in. And I saw that shit, and I was like, what the fuck? My parents are obviously not supposed to be here, right? What the fuck is going on? Nobody called me. Nobody said anything. There was no knocking. You didn't hear any keys jiggle or anything. You just hear the fucking door open.
Yeah.
And then I look down the hallway. I don't see anybody, but the door's open. I could tell the door's open. I grab my fucking knife, and I go to the kitchen. My fucking dad pops out from around the corner, dude.
I think you told me that.
Yeah, he fucking pops out from around the corner, and he goes, "Oh, I forgot my pills." I was like, He sees me with the knife. I was like, dude, I almost fucking stabbed you.
Shit.
Yeah, this shit was crazy. Like, I've never had a situation where my dad didn't knock on the door before entering. You know what I mean?
Because I was gonna say your dad always calls and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And especially it was like, keep in mind this is like 12 in the afternoon, so that's already like a long time that everybody's been gone. You know what I mean? So like, what the fuck was I supposed to expect? You know what I mean? The door's open. I didn't open it. My girlfriend didn't open it. We're here. Fuck it. I got my
girlfriend
knife.
was here too?
Yeah, we were both here.
Yeah, that shit would have fucking freaked me out too. He didn't like say anything. He was like, "What the fuck?"
No, he didn't say, "Hey, I'm home," or
no, he didn't say anything. Like, what'd you try to do with that knife, dog?
No, I told him. I was like, I almost fucking stabbed you.
Okay. Because I thought your dad was like, "Why do you have a knife in your hand?" Like, but I don't know,
dude.
You got any more stories, Toast? Anything else?
Wait, tell us that juicy story.
Okay. This is because I want to let you know, see if he has. But this is a
wanted
juicy
to go out
shit.
with a bang.
No, yeah, this okay. So I'm always a skeptic about like ghosts and shit. I'm always one of those people like, oh, not until I see it. You get me? Like,
yeah, I don't believe that shit.
I mean, which is kind of a weird thing. Like once you see it, you're like, oh fuck. But okay, so I come home, and I'm with my sister in my house, and she's just in the couch, just like on her phone, like we're gonna watch TV soon. And my sister, she's in a kid. She's just like, you know, she's pretty much an adult already. And so I'm over here.
She's like 3 years older.
Yeah, she's like 20,
like
22 or something. So she's not like a kid. She's not like freaking out or anything. So, and then so I'm in the kitchen. I'm about to make some breakfast and stuff. And down the hallway, there's our room, right, or her room, and it's she always keeps it closed. Like always keeps it closed. And so there's no air inside there because it's like deep in there. There's no like natural air that could go in there and like close the door or anything like that. And then I hear like a weird like noise, just like pretty much just like thud and close like if somebody closed the door. And I heard it too, and I look at my sister like, yo, did you say something? And she's like, did you hear that? And I said, what was that? And then she was like, the door closed in my room. And I was like, what the fuck? And nobody was in the house already. Usually everybody's just at work or something like that. It was just me and my sister, and we were like, whoa, what the fuck? And like I went in there and I checked in the door, and it was kind of like a little open. It sounded like it closed, but now it was like a little open, like at the point where it's almost closing. And so we were like, whoa, that's weird. And then so I go in there, I check just to make my sister feel better. And then I go out making my breakfast again, and at this time I leave it a little bit open, and I'm making my breakfast, and again like another 2 minutes later we hear that shit just like shut, and we were like, whoa. And immediately my sister just got fucking freaked out. And then I fucking went running to the room, and I went to go like open. I was looking on their bed. I went to their shower to see if anybody's there, like fucking movies and shit. And I checked, and nobody was there, dude. And it was fucking crazy because there's no way that fucking door could have opened when we fucking closed the door. Like any day of the week, that shit would not open. But you get me? And I was like, fuck. And ever since that, like I was like, shit. Because basically the door just opened by itself. Like somebody fucking opened it. You have to twist that shit and push it. You get me? And I was like, fuck. And I mean, I still ate my breakfast and shit, but that shit was crazy, dude. And the thing that got me more scared is because my sister was there. Her reaction was so fucking genuine. She was like, what the fuck? Like, you get me? That's the shit that fucking scared me. Yeah. But I don't know, man. I don't fuck with doors like that, dude, that just open and close
doors like that? The fuck did you do? Change the door?
Yeah. 2 times, man. 2 times. It wasn't even like, it was just one thing.
Like, the first thing I think is like,
Someone's
I always
there.
lean away from like, oh, it was a ghost or some shit.
Yeah.
I always go towards the side of like, oh, somebody didn't close the door right, and I don't know, the wind pushed it type shit.
Yeah,
that's why I tested it out. Once we hear the door like close or something like that or open, I don't know what it was. But once I checked and nobody was there, before it happened again, I didn't close the full door again. I made sure like that shit was like close to closing, but like there's no way you could forcibly close because there's no air in there, no wind that could go in the room, and it never does that throughout the days, you know. And so that's why I left it there just to be safe. And then we heard it again, and it was shut, and we're like, oh my god, like someone's in that fucking room. And I didn't think it was a ghost right away. I thought it was somebody was in the house, like, you know.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, I feel like that's what I would lean to first before.
I don't lean towards ghost shit.
I'd be like, oh, someone's fucking burglarizing our house or some shit. You know what I mean? while we're fucking here.
Oh, and the thing that was weird too, why I said it was juicy as fuck, because when we came, we have, you know how people always have two doors? It's like a wooden door and then like their main door, or it's like a spring door. That's how ours is.
That's how mine is too.
Yeah, and we always close the wooden door first because it's inside the house. We close it, and then the last is like the main door, the spring door, and we always have both of them closed. And when me and my sister came, we're just casually talking, and the wooden door was already kind of open like halfway, and like we always think like, oh, who's here? Like we didn't see nobody's car here. And that's why it kind of got us thinking, like, oh, anybody here? Like, and we kind of said, anybody here? And, you know, nobody said anything. So, we assumed. And then that's when we heard the door close, and we're like, oh, fuck. That's what kind of got our mind thinking, like, oh, someone's in the house, you know? But, yeah, that shit fucking freaked me out, man. I was like, fuck.
You told me about this story, too.
Yeah, that shit freaked me out, man. I was like, fuck. I don't know what to do, because my sister's there. So, like, what if somebody's there? I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, dude, I'll be hearing that noise fucking, like, every night. You can hear my door fucking open, like it sounds like somebody's jiggling the door trying to get in, like every fucking night. That's what it sounds like. I'll be playing fucking video games right here, and but when I'm playing with somebody, they'll be like, "Yo, what the fuck is that noise?" I'll be like, "It's my fucking door again, dude." Fucking that shit's just jiggling in. Watch, I'll make that shit right now. Look, this is what it sounds like, Toast.
Yeah, that shit is.
Do you hear that? That's what it'll sound like at night. Sometimes I'll be sleeping and you hear that noise.
Dude, that shit
like
is crazy.
it's not every single night. Like it's probably like every other night or something like that. I'll hear that noise.
What do you guys think about like those videos like people post online,
on
you know,
YouTube
random shit falls, I don't know, random doors open.
That is hard unless it's like from like a camera, from like a security camera or something. I guess I could kind of see that. But if somebody's actually recording that shit, it's like a setup. In my opinion, it's just like, how are you at the right perfect time to record something? Like you gotta have some patience for that shit, dude. But
and like why is that just like their house, or like it's only like such a small amount compared to like how many people live like in apartments and houses.
Yeah, it's true.
Like why doesn't it happen to them type shit?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, would you guys live in a suicide apartment though if you knew it was cheaper? Have you guys heard of those? They're in Japan.
Oh shit, they have those?
Yeah, they have apartments.
I've never heard of that shit.
They have
before.
Apartments where people have committed suicide and they sell them for cheaper.
Damn.
Like the rent is cheaper. Would you guys fucking, if you like, you know, it's way cheaper.
Or
would you?
maybe
are they nice?
Like if they were here,
are they good?
Like if they were here, it doesn't matter. Like it depends on the apartment.
It's just like a regular apartment. Like
it's just like a regular
like
apartment. It could be any type of apartment. It could be an expensive apartment that somebody committed suicide in. So then that would lower the price of the apartment.
Let's just go to the story of like if it is expensive, it's like nice.
Well, let's say it was a nice apartment and somebody committed suicide and they dropped it like 50% off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Ooh, that's a deal. I think I would take it.
Would you take it? Like,
I think I would, but only for like a temporary shit. Until I either hear something or somebody drives me out of the fucking house, I'll leave.
Fuck.
But like, I'll probably live with someone though.
To be honest, I don't know if I would want to live in that. Like, I don't believe in that type of shit. But that's it's so weird. Like just living in an apartment where somebody committed suicide.
Yeah, especially if you know like where it took place at. You get me? Like you walk by that shit and you're like, oh fuck, that's what
yeah, he was hanging right here.
Yeah, I didn't even notice because like I work in a caregiving home too, and I've been working there for like at least a year, and I didn't notice that. Oh, I didn't even know that one of our previous clients, they like passed away in the house, I assume.
But I'm pretty sure I'm
not in the house, or shit, right? Yeah, it's natural causes.
Yeah, but imagine it's fucking suicide.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. See, that's different too. But I didn't even know that too, and I was just like, damn. I think it's sometimes like if people didn't know like that, then they wouldn't get freaked out. Because if I knew that and I started working there from like 10 p.m. to like 6 in the morning, I'd be like, oh, hey, like, I don't want to. Yeah, I'd be a little freaked out. Like, oh, dude, somebody died and you're working from 10 p.m. to 6 in the morning. I'd be like, oh shit. But I've been working there for a year. It's kind of one of those things where like, oh, well, won't hurt. You get me? So.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, isn't that like the law? Don't you have to like, or isn't that some sort of shit like? Huh? Isn't that like not the law, but it's like some sort of shit where they have to tell you that somebody died?
But in Japan, it is a law.
Oh.
You have to. You have no choice, and you have to. I think you have to lower the price as well.
Yeah. Would you take that shit, Toast?
Suicide apartment or?
Yeah, suicide.
Yeah, suicide apartment.
Like a nice apartment shit.
Nice apartment is 50% off rent every month. I think it's only for a year though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll be
no, but I'll probably take the one like next door, like across the hall. Like, it wouldn't bother me that much. It would just make me uncomfortable.
But that's the thing.
You can't get it.
You don't get that for 50% off. It's just the apartment that the person committed suicide in.
It's just.
It's not the whole complex. It's just that apartment.
I think I'll take it with this fucking.
Shit, dude. To be honest, I wouldn't.
Well, the thing is,
It's
I'll
so
take
weird
it.
to me.
Comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just
I'll be
knowing
taking
that.
a shit and I'll be like,
Oh, that's true.
The thing too is,
This guy's looking at
I
me.
think they have to remodel the apartment after somebody commits suicide too.
Oh yeah.
So they have to take everything out and change everything brand new.
Yeah, it was just the fact that he died in there.
Yeah.
It's still like, yeah. I'll maybe.
Would that
unless
make
I
you
live
feel
with
more
somebody.
comfortable though, like knowing that they took everything out and then
No, I
switched everything?
I think it's the fact
wallpaper,
that his spirit's
carpet,
there or some shit.
Okay.
Yeah, or some shit like that. But it would make me more comfortable if I were to live with somebody, like if it was like a girlfriend or wife or something like that. But if I was by myself, I'd be like, oh, I don't know.
Feel like, would you put your wife in that situation though?
I would even fucking tell her, dude. Like, because I wouldn't even say shit. Because like it'd be fine, you know. If she hears something drop.
That's your YouTubers.
Of what?
Like recording, like, oh, my house is haunted.
Dude, I like watching
fuck
shit like
that.
not that, but like creepypastas and shit. You see me watching some shit like that. Yeah, I like watching those. I enjoy watching those, but I never believe them.
Have you seen that video, like top 10 creepiest videos?
Probably. I
You
just
know what?
don't remember.
I do see them, but throughout the fucking day, and you always read the comments saying, "Oh man, why am I watching this shit at 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning?" I always, honestly, I want to see it. So interesting, but I can't see it throughout the night.
Dude, some of them are just disturbing. Like, this dude, like, was recording a doll, like a robot doll, and, like, the house was empty, and it was just, like, him zooming in on the face, like... And then they give the backstory, and then you're like, oh, but it's still, bro, like, that shit's, like, disturbing.
Yeah, it's still creepy. It doesn't change the fact that it's creepy.
I love it, man. But it's just,
I enjoy it.
I think it's those
enjoyable.
thumbnails that get me hooked on it. Like, but and the title too. But all right, so this is pretty much just gonna wrap it up. Give us like any sort of like
fucking ideas, if anything.
Any ideas, dude? Because we're fucking talking about scary stories for kids.
We're running low on ideas.
Yeah, there's nothing juicy going on. We're just putting out another episode. So any final thoughts?
I hope you guys enjoyed our scary stories, which actually wasn't even like the whole concept of this podcast. This is what it ended up turning out to be.
Yeah. It's pretty much just like what we've heard or some bullshit story. I don't know. You get me? But I'm pretty sure everybody's gone through it though.
Brother's ghost card
with the knife and shit, underwear, boxers. See, that's the thing. Like everybody has these type of stories. Like I know not one person that doesn't have like any sort of like weird like if they heard something, So that's why we kind of put it out so you guys could get like a feeling too. Let us know in the comments if you guys felt anything like this. We have no comments recently besides Merlon. Is that him? Yeah. Or whatever. Number 1 toast.
Shout out Merlon.
You guys have any final thoughts or anything?
I go for it, toast.
If you guys have any scary stories, be sure to let us know in the comments. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Just let us know. That's all I gotta say.
All right, guys.
All right.
See you guys later.
Peace.
Later.